All they have to do is put their hoods down, get in position, and start sparking away. I spoke with a doctor from Astoria Regional Medical Center who tells us why this illness is so unknown, although it was detected 4 years ago. Americans lose billions of dollars yearly due to illegal scammers, and they don't even know it. It's like throwing their money away. This is a family-friendly event. Don't forget, it is free and it will run until 8 p.m. tonight. Now, I am going to go on a little adventure here and try this hayride. Jake?
All right, thank you very much, Delmy.
I'm actually holding a Eurasian lynx kitten. She's actually part of the wildlife exhibit here at the fair. People can check out all sorts of exotic animals, but that's not the only thing that people can do here for free. That's right, Jacob. Many cars could end up just like this one behind me due to poor weather conditions or slippery roads. Just behind me, a deputy received a fatal gunshot wound. He was taken to a local hospital and pronounced dead. Definitely unexpected. Around 15 police officers showed up in support of the letter that was given to the city manager saying they have no confidence in him. Now, audience members were also in shock, with Danny Trejo, who has starred in films like Machete, Heat, Spy Kids, and television shows like Breaking Bad and many more. Now, of course, today you're here to speak about overcoming addiction. Yes, Jake, I'm at Virginia Mason Memorial, where Jessica Padilla had her baby 14 years ago. She tells me she did not know anything was wrong with her baby until she gave birth to her and noticed her baby was turning blue.
She was a little blue, and her doctor came in and checked her, and they told me, well, she has some sort of problem. I didn't know what kind of problem she had.
Padilla's daughter, Crystal Pacheco, was born with congenital heart disease, a problem in the heart structure that can affect blood flow and breathing. Padilla says Crystal had to get heart surgery just 3 months after being born, or else the consequences could be fatal.
They told me the sooner the better, or she was going to die. She wasn't going to make it. That's how they put it to me. She either gets the surgery before the first year, or she's not going to make it.
And Crystal isn't the only one going through this. According to a recent study from 2010 to 2016 in Benton, Franklin, and Yakima County, there are dozens of birth defect cases, especially an anencephaly defect, in which babies are born missing part of the brain and skull. The rates in these 3 counties is 3 to 4 times higher than the national average. Experts say it's unclear what specifically is causing these defects, and there is not one main factor, but there is a way to help prevent it. Yakima Valley Farm Workers Clinic Senior Director of Quality, Lori Kelly, says folic acid is a B vitamin that is necessary for proper cell growth and can prevent up to 70% of some serious birth defects on the brain and spine.
There's lots of ways to get folic acid without taking a supplement for individuals who are not of childbearing age, including through their diet. You might take in more green leafy vegetables, citrus fruits, or fortified cereals, grains.
She says women need folic acid when they're pregnant, and even if they're not, it's still important for women to take it as much as possible. As for Crystal, she says she is now healthier than ever and is thankful for being able to have a second chance at life.
Yeah, I'm very grateful for them, because if not, I honestly could have died in the first year that I was born, so I'm really thankful for everyone.
Yakima Police Department's newest officer hit the streets for the first time on Friday. K-9 Officer Trex and his handler, Officer Mark McKinney, have spent over 200 hours training and passed their state certification last weekend. Trex is replacing Yakima Police Department's K-9 Dexter, who retired earlier this year after 6 years on the force.
I'm hoping to be as good of a team as we were with Dexter. I just want him to be proficient. More than anything, I want the other officers I work with to trust that he's going to do the job and do what he needs to do.
Trex is a 17-month-old purebred German Shepherd from the Czech Republic. Officer McKinney says Trex has been trained to track people down, so he will be helping officers find the bad guys.
As of right now, he's still learning. Even though we've certified, he's still got a lot of learning to do. He's strictly a single-purpose dog, which means he's a patrol dog, which means he finds people. He's not a drug dog, he's not a bomb dog, he's just a patrol dog.
During his first day on the job, Trex listened to all of his commands and was prepared for action during an investigation. Officer McKinney says no day is the same. Sometimes officers don't need a K-9 unit, and other days they may be called 5 or 6 times in a night. He says K-9s are necessary because they make things much safer for officers.
He can use his nose and he can track down people that we would have never ever found otherwise. He can find evidence we never would have found otherwise. So there's so many things he can do, but one of the biggest things is just making it safer for the officers.
During his downtime, Trex likes playing fetch with his ball and taking naps. Officer McKinney says right now Trex is very young and has a lot of energy, so he is looking forward to a long career with him.
There were reports of an active shooter here at Lind Hall behind me, but we have gotten news from the university. There aren't any injuries and the campus is safe at this time.
The report came in right before 6 in the afternoon. Several students were still on campus around that time and say they were scared for their lives, but were trying to stay calm.
Like, I was kind of confused with what's happening because all he said was stay on campus or get off the campus as soon as possible. And yeah, I was like, we were scared.
We kind of felt a little desensitized to it, and I think it's because of how common this has become. So, I mean, we were scared, but we were also just trying to stay calm. But there are a lot of people that you could tell were very panicked.
The university's president says there were no confirmed shots, no known suspects, and no injuries. The campus will be open tomorrow for normal operations. Counseling will be available for students in the CERC and also in the Wellington Event Center.